Now the final step in creating your scarf is going to be to cast off. So you want to make sure you're doing this at the end of a square. As you can see, my previous square is a little bit small, but I was running out of this color, so I decided to just show you the cast off while I'm still using the same color as in all the previous videos. But once you reach your desired scarf length, you're going to be all ready for the cast off. Now the way this works is we're actually going to be using the same technique as a knit stitch, just we're going to be doing something kind of like in between the knit stitches to actually cast off each one. So first, I'm going to hold my work as I usually would, so I have my free knitting needle over here in my right hand, my work is in my left hand, and I'm going to knit the first stitch. Now that's kind of like the setup, and now we're going to begin the cast off repeat. So we're going to repeat these movements over and over again until we've cast off all the stitches all the way across the knitting needle. So first up, I'm going to knit one stitch from my left knitting needle. Now I have 2 stitches over here on my right knitting needle, and what I want to do is I want to slide this previous stitch, so the one closest to my right hand, up, over, and off the knitting needle, and I want to slide it up, over, and off of the second stitch here. So I'm going to take my left knitting needle point, and I'm sliding these up pretty close to the top of my right knitting needle, and I'm going to go into the base of that first stitch there, and I do pull it quite a bit, so you can see I'm making it a little bit larger. And now I want to pull it towards the top of my knitting needle, and I want to make sure to do this nice and slowly. And you can see it's going up on top of the second stitch there. And then I'm making sure to pull that second stitch through it. And so what we just did there was we actually cast off one stitch. So let's do it again. So now we're going to start the repeat again. We're going to knit one stitch. And now I'm going to take my previous stitch, put my left knitting needle into the base of it, going from the left to the right, stretch it out a bit, and now I want to slide it up, over, and off that existing stitch. And if you want to, you can even hold on to that other stitch to make sure you don't lose it. Start the repeat again. Take the previous one, stretch it out, slide it up, over, and off. Knit one, previous stitch, stretch it out, up, over, and off. And I make sure to go nice and slow as I'm sliding the other one up, over, and off, just to make sure I don't lose the other stitch. Now I'm going to keep on going all the way across this top edge. I'm getting to the end here. So I'm going to work that last stitch on my left knitting needle, slide the previous one up, over, and off. And now I'm just going to have the one stitch on my right knitting needle. So I can actually drop my left knitting needle. I don't need that one anymore. And I'm going to gently pull on this stitch so it becomes a larger loop. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving a short tail, probably about 10 inches or so, just to weave in later on if I need it. And now I'm going to take that yarn tail and I'm going to thread it through the loop. And I basically start over here on the left, go towards the right, and then gently pull on it to tighten. And that top edge is now my cast off, and all the stitches have been secured. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you how to weave in all of these ends. So the cast on end, the cast off, anywhere you switch balls of yarn, or if you switch colors between your squares. I'm going to be going through all of that in the next video.